Why is your health insurer not paying you? Why does your claim have high deductions from it? Large deductions in health insurance claims are not unusual. With the rising COVID-led health complications, the health insurance claims of many policyholders are not being settled fully. Non-COVID claims are also piling up. Hospitalization costs, especially for COVID patients, have been alarmingly high. In this video, we shed light on the reasons why your insurer is not paying you or you are bearing a large portion of your medical bill. Number 1. Massive room rents. Some hospitals charge steep premiums for rooms for COVID patients, owing to high costs of maintaining isolation wards, sanitization, etc. If you opt for a room which charges more than that allowed in your policy, you are likely to see big deductions in your claim settlement amount. Proportionate deduction applies on all associated medical expenses too. So it is like a trickle down and the policyholder has to bear the balance expenses out of his own pocket. So at the time of hospitalization, check if room rents are linked to other expenses. Stick to a room with rent up to permissible sublimit. Opt for a policy without room rent sublimit or buy an add-on cover. However, that comes at a higher premium. Number 2. Exorbitant charges. Some hospitals may charge more for other expenses which are not a part of your health plan. Thus, insurers may only settle claims based on predefined rates as recommended by the General Insurance Council. This too can result in significant cuts in the claim amount. Number 3. Minimum 24 hours of hospitalization. In most health plans, a minimum 24-hour hospitalization period is required for a claim to be accepted. This is excluding a few daycare procedures which are explicitly mentioned in your policy documents. If a COVID patient chooses to be treated at home instead of getting hospitalized, he will likely not get reimbursed unless specifically covered in the policy. Number 4. Waiting periods. Newly issued policies typically carry a waiting period of up to 2 to 4 years for any pre-existing diseases. During such period, any related claims will be denied. Some policies have distinct waiting periods for treatments towards specific illnesses. These are separate from the initial waiting period. This is apart from the standard initial waiting period of up to 30 days during which no claims are admitted. COVID-dedicated plans also come with a 15 to 30-day initial waiting period. Number 5. Co-payments. Co-payments mean that you pay part of the claim in some medical situations while the insurer takes care of the rest. Say you have opted for 20% copay. Then your insurance provider will bear 80% of the claim amount while the rest will be borne by you. Normally, co-payment is higher for policyholders in higher age groups. If you opt for a lower co-payment amount, you will have to pay higher premiums. It is better to opt for a plan without copay clause. If you do go for a plan with copay options, make sure you have adequate finances to cover your share of medical bills. Number 6. Sublimits. Apart from room rent limits, your policy may cap how much is payable for a particular illness. Even if your sum insured is high, you may not get 100% coverage and may not be able to claim the entire cost of treatment owing to sublimit on specific medical procedures. Sublimits are used for procedures such as cataract, total kneecap replacement, kidney dialysis, etc. So go through the sublimit clauses carefully. And lastly, policy exclusions. Health plans categorically exclude certain expense heads from coverage. Most don't cover maternity or participation in adventure sports or activities, abuse of intoxicants like alcohol, etc. Many general expenses during hospitalization are not claimable, like registration and discharge charges, ambulance charges, toiletries, etc. For COVID, if you quarantine at non-recognized center for treatment, medical expenses may not get covered. Also, getting hospitalized without recommendation of a qualified doctor will not be permitted as an admissible claim. That's all from us in this video. Make sure your policy documents are in line with the above mentioned points, or if they exclude these, and stay tuned with us for more on financial planning.